you are. I couldn't hear there because we're jamming so freaking hard, dude. Sorry about it. Sorry about your brains there. They're all scrambled now. What's up, dude? This is Tuna and the Sheriff. I'm Sheriff Joe Bags, and we're peak off-seasoning right now. That's where we're at. You get it. You know, we're talking like Devontae almost getting traded, but not, and then we watch like Habs introduced again. Literally, just got a notification about it just now. That just happened. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that was actually McDuffie. Never mind. I guess I better bring this guy in, Tuna. Oh, my guy.
Hello.
Oh, hold on, because StreamYard's about to ruin this real fast. So here we go. Yeah, it has to go up first. What goes up must come down. I don't know why they do that, but we're gonna change that for next time. Next time I'm here, because spoiler alert, I'm actually vacationing this week, so I will not be here Wednesday and Friday. I don't know who will be. Tuna, any thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks for the input there. Appreciate it. And
I'm just sad because I keep being told, all kinds of mean things about the Rams, like, Stafford might retire. I've been hearing that for a while, and then McVay wants to leave, and then Devontae Adams is going to get traded. I don't know what to believe anymore, so I just don't want to talk. I just don't know what's happening.
Okay. Well, this will go really well then. A whole show of me just talking to you, just telling you.
Might be our highest rated.
Probably not. Probably not. Did you check out my 10 years yesterday?
Say that again.
My 10 years yesterday. My Annie, my anniversary.
Pretty sure I commented from start to finish. Yeah, it was pretty much of a banger. If you guys have not checked that out, this old guy has been podcasting Ram Showcase for 10 years. Did a fun little 10 year. Yeah. 10 years of tenure. 10 years.
Good band.
Yeah. No, it was a great show. It was a lot of fun. I was texting with Rams House afterwards, laughing about how nonsensical some of my input was. So.
That was, first of all, fully on purpose to go from like the purest innocent vibe and energy that is Rams House into you. That was definitely done on purpose. That was so funny to go from Rams House just being like, I just love the Rams. Just love, supporting my squad and stuff like that. And then it clips to you and you're like, I hate the 49ers. Favorite part of the whole. Like it.
I can't help it. A little bit nonsensical, but no, it was a lot of fun. It was an awesome show. It was really cool to watch you as like a bald-faced, like definitely not someone I would bring home to mother, but in you now, that beard, that hair, coming home till the cows sing, as my grandpappy used to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Anyways, we are filling a little bit.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I mean your shirt ideas from Single T that we need to discuss because we got a few. We have some bangers, by the way, and we absolutely need to make those. The second that I was like, okay, hold on a second, it's like these are actually fire. So custom shirts on the way. If you have a ridiculous quote that you think belongs on a Rams related T-shirt, let me know because I want to make them.
Yeah. So. It's clearly slow news day.
Yeah. My favorite, by the way, is still I watched Jeff Fisher coach the Rams, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
That's a good one. There's another one that you had texted me. I feel like last week.
Was there?
You brought this up. Yeah.
Was it with the I survived the 2009 Rams?
Yeah. Muad'Dib, it is solely just quote ideas. Please don't give us items as merch ideas.
I know exactly what his first merch would be.
Nope. Don't even want to hear from Muad'Dib. It's
quotes. We can mute him, right?
Yeah, I already gave him a week off from my channel earlier.
Oh.
He said I couldn't read.
And you can?
Anyways, clearly slow news day. The only thing is basically the fun over the weekend of seeing all the reports about how Mike Florio clearly has an inside source with the Los Angeles Rams, and Rams admin social clearly heard and took their own shot. This is the most Rams way,
dude.
ever.
Super baller. I love it.
We've seen this before. So
yeah, we don't need audio because this is just the intro when Devontae came over to the Rams, and this is like the first meeting where Sean McVay. This is actually a thing that they do regularly. They just Tay was the one that was like filmed and published and stuff like that. But watching Devontae Adams highlights as the newbie, and it kind of just shows the rest of the team, which was awesome because there was the rumors there that came out that Florio was passing along that love that look that Devontae was in conversation for trade involving AJ Brown, which I got to be honest too, man, makes zero sense. I love that. Makes zero sense that the Rams would do that. I think that'd be a downgrade personally, and the crazy suggestion of like, oh, we trade Devontae the 13th for Brown, or Devontae and Jared for and it's like, you guys have no idea the evaluation of this. And I'm not trying to say that AJ Brown's a bad player because he's absolutely incredible, but I think that would be a downgrade in our offense specifically if we went from Devontae Adams to AJ Brown.
Not even getting to that point. Like I don't know. Kamal said that like it seems like they backed out when they wanted Tay. It's a non-starter. Like I don't even think it gets to that point. I think irrelevant to it. Literally
how I took it, because we didn't hear about the Tay addition until after we heard that the Eagles were like, well, we're not really going to trade him.
I don't know. Because that wouldn't make any sense. Because for the Eagles, it's like, okay, you're not getting a first back. Like, what are you getting? And clearly
exactly. Who benefits from the news releasing. So that would be the Philadelphia Eagles. If it came out that it's like, no, never mind, we're not going to trade him. And then they come out and say, well, I mean, the Rams were in talks of giving him Devontae Adams. That clearly came from Philadelphia. That didn't come from the Rams. That came from Philadelphia.
Oh.
And now Florio's out here saying that so that other teams are offering wide receivers. They want to swap out AJ Brown. That's clearly what's going on here.
I see. I did not take it that way at all. I took it as Florio not having some credible sources a lot of the time, especially when they come to like high ranking players in some places. He holds on to info when he feels like, okay, strike while the iron's hot. Rams are trading about receivers. Let me throw out the Rams news I have. This could have been from 3 weeks ago. He just held on to it. Like I took it as Florio just needing a spark for some BS clickbait that he typically does. Because anything involving the Rams, I can't take him seriously. Like he just doesn't have sources there.
It's so funny. We all have our people that we just have zero trust in. it's so funny. But yeah, I don't know if it would have been necessarily something. I do agree that it could have been something from weeks ago. I also just think that I think that Florio got the info, the quote unquote info from Philly. I think that Philly was the one to benefit from that information coming out, not the Rams. So I think that that's He does that though. He does.
You have to like. There's a lot of journalists that I respect because they are journalists. Do you see Jordan Rodriguez playing the rumor mill game? Do you see her out there doing speculative stuff when it comes to I don't know? Sounds like they really want he's just calling Howie Roseman at 2 a.m. in the morning. The people that do that when they dabble in just insider stuff and rumor mill that has nameless sources like that, you're not a journalist anymore. Like just you're an insider. Like I'm not calling Schefter a journalist. He's an insider.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he could do both.
He crushed it on the opening of free agency for sure. But I think that was helped massively by Pat. It was not Adam doing Adam things. It was Pat being like, hey, we got you. And probably ESPN being like, hey, Pat, make sure Adam's good. That's our guy. We can't have him lose credibility. We need to make sure that everybody knows that he's the one to listen to. Can you please help?
Oh, yeah. I just again, it's like they're going to be insiders, like they're insiders. And I just realized my Twitter screen was still up.
Yeah, it's okay. I want to talk about Brett's comment here. It says, can we create an imaginary scenario when you both get to pick a young quarterback that we can acquire cheap to come sit and learn? Who are you picking? A-Rich, Alar? Is that a rookie? Is that a guy coming in?
Anthony Richardson.
I don't know who.
Drew Aller.
Okay, I don't know.
Drew Aller and Garrett. I think it's Garrett Nussmeier. So Drew Aller. Is there any college quarterback that leaps to your mind? So Drew Aller is big white guy, Penn State, rocket arm, inconsistent with the accuracy, flashes a lot of athleticism, super high upside. Like he's kind of unbiased. I take it as the one token white guy per year that is crazy athletic that just shoots up boards out of just pure speculation. Once every draft, there's always one.
Yeah,
there's always one. Nussmeier, kind of boring. LSU quarterback. That's not Joe Burrow.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I can. Now I can name a few more quarterbacks, but before that, it's just been. I could probably, if I thought about it real hard, I could name you more than one quarterback coming out of this draft. No, I can't.
Super fun one for me. Like I can list a crazy upside one and then one that could be maybe sleeper that I'm very biased towards. A super high upside one. I know you've seen his stuff. Taylon Green, the Arkansas quarterback, and that is if we're going to play the game of he missed some passes here. He inconsistent on his reads, but god damn, if you figured it out, that is a created Madden player. He's like 6'5", runs a 4.3, has a big arm. Yeah, go all the way. Go with the Taylon Green. That's the guy that you're hoping turns into Terrell Pryor with mad accuracy. The safe one, that's like an undrafted guy that they could be okay. He shows he can do it. He just needs to be healthy if he can. After benign tumors in his shoulder, Joey Aguilar. Like, he kind of does everything. Got a lot of moxie. He shows he's got franchise stuff. Just has he played long enough? He hasn't been in one spot, so makes it very iffy.
Right on. I don't, like I said, I don't know any rookies coming out, but as far as like a young guy that's just kind of like, there's no one right now in the NFL where it's like where I'm itching to be like, oh man, if we could just keep this guy on our bench behind Stafford for just a little bit, then we'd be okay. I don't have anybody like that. And Rams House is absolutely right. I do not want Richardson. He is too tired to be a Ram. He's too tired for us, man. So go rest.
Hey, Chicky Metro.
Chicky, he was here early. I caught. I scheduled the show, and then I saw some comments here. So what's going on, dude? Says if we trade back and keep going for picks, are we shooting for Arch Manning? That is a great concept. I'm not sure if that's something that the Rams are actually doing because I'm not convinced that Sean McVay, however long he decides to be our coach, I'm not sure that he would ever want to deal with a rookie quarterback. It depends on the player, of course. Rookie quarterback that's a very overarching comment. There are rookies who can
overarching. Is that what you said? We're getting Arch Manning. What's happening? Cutting you off right there. Nope, you said it. You said the word. You said arch, overarching. You're getting arch mogged real bad right now. And I'm telling you, if there's one rookie. Like I gotta say, it's gotta be like some crazy shit. That's Arch Manning. Arch Manning. That's why I thought they would go for Shador as a stupid pick in like the second or third round. Literally because of name, he can handle Hollywood. He can handle all this stuff. I think Arch can handle it. You go for a name. You got to go for a Manning.
I don't hate it. You know what I mean? Like for sure, don't hate it. Obviously, Bo Callahan. No, dude, he doesn't have any friends. No one was even at his birthday party, bro. That's crazy. How do you not go to your captain's birthday party? That's nuts, dude. But yeah, so yep, Arch confirmed. Arch maxing. Joe, Arch maxing is such a funny comment. That's good.
Vontae Mack or nothing.
No matter what. Come on.
No matter what.
Jesus.
All right.
When's the last time you watched that, dude? You got to re-up.
A long time because I had to Google what was his name again. I forgot. All right, so back to quarterback list because I do like the conversation because since Rams, I feel like they should have signed Jimmy G by now. Like I'm not gonna lie. Is he still having conversations out there? Is he still dating? Basically,
You know what? It's so hard to know what's going on there. But if you wanted my guess, if I don't know, I don't know if that is a guess, but if the Rams do sign back Jimmy Garoppolo, it'll be post draft.
Really? Why do you think so?
Because I think that we've slowed down enough that I think that our additions are going to be few and far between at this point. And because we don't have a lot of gaps to fill, I think that we'll see a bit of a wave post draft. And I think we'll see a lot of rookies as well filling out this roster. I think that we're going to hit UDFA pretty rough, hit hard.
Any chance that it is just Stetson Bennett? I mean, we've always done this where we think help is coming from the outside, but the Rams are like dead set, like, nope, we're hiring from inside. The DBs last year, I mean, is this a situation where we're overthinking it? We're like, nope, what if they really do believe in Stetson Bennett? What if the preseason performances and the hype around that is real to them? Not to say we're wrong or anything like that, but what if that's just how they see it?
I mean, sure, certainly possible. I'm not sure if at any point over these last 2 years that they would have actually felt good about Stetson Bennett being quarterback 2 if Garoppolo would have been cut at some point. And I know that Sean McVay loves him, so maybe not. Maybe he just wants to keep all the dudes that he loves, but you know.
I don't know why it sounded funny.
That's just but it's like, I don't know. It feels like if Stetson Bennett, because I mean, first of all, he's getting old. I realize he's still young in terms of how many years he's played in the NFL, but he came in old, man. I mean, so we got to remember that as well. It's like, if he were to eventually be our guy, we'd get him for 4 years.
The sad part is you can write there's a clickbait article in there somewhere about are Rams really ready to trust a backup quarterback over the age of 30? It's Stetson Bennett. Let's pump the brakes.
Dude, how old is Stet Benatar? He's
I think he's 27.
I was going to say 29, actually. Let me see. Stetson Bennett.
Leave Van Wilder alone, bro. Come on.
What are you talking about? Oh, Stetson. Dude, yeah. I don't know if you know what his brother, he looks exactly like him. That's crazy. 28 and 139 days.
It's going to be 29 this year.
Yeah.
He's on a rookie contract. I love this so much.
He's 5'11", 192.
He is my size. He's my size. That's
what a tank.
5'11".
Don't want to meet him in the A gap.
You know what's great? NFL does it. NFL never rounds down. Just always remember that with heights and weight.
That's true.
They never round down.
Yeah,
unless you're Deebo Samuel, they will round down your weight.
Yeah.
Let's look at this though. In regards to ages, the best potential, actual competent players are old.
A billion years old. Yeah. Everybody who's
Aaron Rodgers
actually has experience. They're all old as hell.
AR's not coming here.
No.
I don't think Flacco is. I don't think that's
I'm guessing he's done.
Kirk Cousins?
No, that makes zero sense.
I talked to Brock Vieira. Brock think that's a pretty strong possibility. Kirk.
I don't know why.
I
don't know.
The McVay thing around Washington.
I mean, I guess, but that feels like a pretty soft link to the Rams, honestly, especially in our current situation. It just feels like he wouldn't come in with a veteran. It feels like if he were to go somewhere, I imagine somewhere like Tennessee, so he can be like that supportive veteran presence on the bench behind a Ward or something like that. I don't think it makes any sense to bring him in as a QB2.
Cam Ward would be so irritated with Kirk Cousins. Ray, I agree. I want Jimmy. I'm just looking at other options just in case. Because I think for me, I thought that would have been done already, on a slow day like today, unless Jimmy's just out on vacation on a beach somewhere getting,
he might be
oiled up and suntanned and on Do Not Disturb, I guess.
Yeah. Brandon Allen, I can't believe he's still around. It's crazy. Oh yeah, sorry, I skipped a bunch. Russell Wilson, obviously not. Why the hell would we bring him in? Because even if if something did happen to Matthew Stafford, would we get dramatically worse at quarterback? No thanks. I mean, you're supposed to get worse when you go to your backups, because if you get better when you go to your backups, then that guy should be your starter. Your depth chart's broken. But if we went to Russell Wilson, I mean, that would be just
way worse.
That's a joke.
That was one of my worst moments football watching last year, was watching him come in for a hurt Jackson Dart and Russell Wilson turfing a slant route to a wide open guy and just getting booed by his own fans. That made me so sad to watch. I hate
As
that.
a resident of Colorado, I can tell you the hatred for Russell Wilson is very, very real, and it is strong still. So it's just all
can't imagine why. So, but let's ride on to the rest of these guys. Tyrod Taylor 8 years ago, maybe. Brandon Allen, Carson Wentz, and then you got the rest of these guys who are lifelong hanging around quarterback rooms in different capacities. I've seen this one pass around a little bit. Zach Wilson. Any thoughts towards that?
That actually is the one I think that on this entire list that it has of names that was there. That's the only one that actually makes sense. If Brett Rippon gets signed, though, I'm gonna throw stuff, dude. What should I break if we sign Brett Rippon? I'll break anything.
If they sign him, I want Carl on stream.
I mean, that can
instead of you.
He's just laying here. Oh,
instead of you.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, former Miami. I guess he's technically been in the Shanahan system under McDaniel, I guess briefly. God, second overall pick.
I don't think that would be a bad pickup, honestly. And who knows? Maybe it's one of those things where it's but we're also. I understand he's washed. All these guys are washed. That's why they're still free agents, man. That's why they're not on football teams right now. It's March. That's the worst case scenario that like you could just have him as your backup and then like all year in practice, you're just like, yeah, this guy isn't it. And then you just get rid of him. And then the fans are none the wiser. You know what I mean? Like QB2 has not been a relevant position for the Rams, which is very good news in a long time. So we need that. If that continues, then, what else?
I think you need to temper expectations on what you're getting out of a backup. I think the reason why I'm like, yeah, bring Jimmy back. I think that's the best option. The familiarity and more familiarity. Like I've seen him in camp. I've seen him do this. That he can go play football games and throw the ball and not lose the game completely. He can manage. He can be a pretty decent game manager. The upside of a Zach Wilson is what you get a flyer 1 or 2 games where you just get a weird, I don't know, like, oh, hey, he threw 20 for 24. He'll never do it again in your life, but goddamn, it was a great game. Like, thank God that happened.
You probably have like that Ryan Fitzpatrick level of like game 1 to game 2 in any situation he ever played in. Like every time, game 1 on fire, dude. You're gonna have the most magical game of all time. Game 2. Well, what's the record for most interceptions thrown in a game in your franchise's history? Because it's about to get set, dude. Like, I remember that with the Rams, man. He wins that game against Houston. Crazy, one of my favorite football memories from like way back then. And then I think it was the next week, I want to say so. And you could probably fact check me on this because I was at the the Broncos Ravens game the following week, and I just kept looking at the score, and I just kept seeing Ryan Fitzpatrick and his interceptions go up. He ended with 5, and it was like, all right, sick. I'm sitting here one week being like, yo, did we just find our next guy? And then the next week is like, nope, we did not. Right on.
Oh my gosh, you turn right back into the pumpkin, giving us Nate Peterman vibes. No, the name I was thinking of was actually I know you're gonna think I'm weird, but Case Keenum. Imagine like a Case Keenum, but with like just a rocket arm. He has 1 speed. Zach Wilson, he doesn't really have touch passes. Got a super big arm. But if anyone's career, it'll turn out like it's not going to be a Sam Bradford. It'll be more like a Case Keenum. He'll just bounce around. He'll hit a spot as a backup, hit the right moment, step in, and you're like, oh shit, Minneapolis Miracle, the SoFi savior, and then get a new contract and just never be great again. Like I can imagine that. I think that's what you get out of Zach Wilson.
I mean, yeah, he's going to make some throws where you're like, oh, that was cool. And then he's going to make some throws where you're like, that was freaking god awful, man. Like, I just take what you can get, I guess. But the good news is for the Rams is that in that kind of situation, if we were to ever need a backup, then it's just one of those situations where we're going to get worse, man. You're going to get worse when you go from Matthew Stafford to literally anybody else. There's not many quarterbacks in the NFL entirely that I don't think that we take a step back from when if something were to happen to number 9 back there, the gunslinger. You know what I mean? So expectations need to be real when no matter what the situation is. Oh, and it must have been 2 weeks later, man. Fitzpatrick only threw 1 pick the following week. I've been lying to people my whole life. That's
one name I forgot. There actually is one name that's off the list that I didn't even think about. The Chiefs signed Justin Fields earlier.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's a very interesting move, and actually makes total sense. I know that a lot of people are like, "What? Just Fields? What is it?" But it's like, all right, guys. You got Mahomes coming off an injury. You need a guy who's similar style to run your training camp. That's what the move was for. The move was so that your training camp can go smooth and that the rest of your team still gets normal reps, as normal as you can get losing a Mahomes. So,
to continue the conversation, I actually have a list of last year's backup quarterbacks entering this season, so we could see any kind of random young names. Because I did see one person in here say Tyler Badgett, Chicago. It's a name I forgot existed. Yeah. I forgot about that name completely.
Same. Davis Mills. Okay.
I'd be interested in Tyson Badgett. I know he's done some really, really decent things in spot starts, like showed competency.
I'm good with any of those 3 there, not Mullins.
You said Mitchell Trubisky?
I'd be fine. Yeah. I'm not excited, but I'd be fine. Spencer Rattler, absolutely not. God,
why?
He is not good at football.
You seen the team around him?
Yep.
About this guy.
I'd be fine with that.
We have different levels of fine. I would have words. I would need Ray to donate to my funeral fund. How about that?
That's crazy.
I'd die. Thank you, Ray, for the $1.99. Right. Enjoy those little emojis. You guys that got them, use them. Those are fun. I uploaded them myself. Figured you guys would enjoy them.
Nice.
Will Levis.
Nah.
I've seen that name float around a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
You want to talk bad at football? I do think that one.
Yeah.
Can you pick it?
I mean, he's got little baby hands, but other than that, I think it'd be okay.
This will never happen.
That would never happen. I would be, but it would never happen.
I once had a dream. Mr. Heineke was the truth. I was so ready for the Heineke era of football.
What are these? Is this the?
You can't see them on StreamYard, but on YouTube in the comment section, those are the So he's using the rampage emojis.
Nice. I love that. Sorry, I can't see them right.
So they enjoy them. Ramsey said he likes Will Levis.
Yeah,
man, I would love to have a debate with you. I definitely want to hear that. Terod Taylor, Jalen
Milroe, Deep saying Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I don't think that the Chargers would be willing to give him up. I'll be honest. I think that they are very comfortable with him at QB2. Howell would be dope. I don't even care.
I was hoping he would make it off of Arizona. I really do like Jacoby Brissett.
He's just one of those guys.
Yeah. Who else is gone? Andy Dalton staying. Mariota staying. Mac Jones, not a chance. And this is obviously not good.
Jackson Dart's back up.
Remember, this is the start of 2025. This is last year's list. Jake Browning. I mean, there's that. And then Jimmy G to Kirk Cousins. So, start last year. Rams had the second best backup quarterback in the NFL. I mean,
pretty cool.
Got to get him.
It's pretty cool. Hell yeah, man. You know how many games having the best QB2 wins you? Friggin' all of them, dude. So, hell yeah.
It's the second most important job in the league until it's the first important job in the league.
It's 0% important until it's 100% important.
That's a crazy. I mean, why not have the best? If you can do it, why not just have the best insurance policy, though?
Because what if that guy doesn't want to be a backup? There's also another person involved in this. It's not just who do we want. It's not Madden where you can just be like, yep, free agent, you get your ass in here, man. It's like, hey, do you want to play here? And then maybe be like, actually, I'm meeting with this team tomorrow. Let me see how that goes, or something like that. You know what I mean? So there's another side. What if Jimmy is like, you know what? I'm sick of being handsome in Southern California. I'm out of here. I'm going.
Now Brett's knows what he's talking about. Look at that. Yeah. And McVay gets a tight end. It's a twofer, dude.
Oh my God, the packages, dude, that we would unleash with a Taysom would be unbelievable.
Hear me out. Taysom Hill, Puka Nacua in motion, fly read. Oh, dude. Oh my God. Sign me up. Sign me up.
And it's an RPO. Fun. You got Ferguson running a corner out there too. We got a flood going too, dude.
Nope.
You got a flood concept.
Stafford's running a slant. Stafford's that way.
Oh man, yeah, I love it. I could see Taysom taking the snap, Puka in motion. Then you get Puka. It's an RPO, Puka in the flat. Then you got we'll go Ferguson on the mid route, and then coming on the back end there, you'd have Tay being the deep option. I like it. Who's saying no? Who's stopping us, man? Who's stopping us? I love that, man.
Cheeky Metro.
Cheeky
again.
So we've seen Denver go with two-hand push quarterback in the AFC Championship game. We need a competent backup. I mean, I don't know if we're ever going to do that, though. Not with Matthew. He does like to be a little sneaky sometimes, though, man.
Oh, my God. Who was that? Jared Stidham? Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Is Bailey Zappi around anywhere? Is he available?
I said Austin Davis earlier. I'm all for it.
Dude. No, I mean, he is. That's what I'm saying is you need at least some level of competency where at worst you can be such a baller with athletic ability. You go make some weird shit happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Stidham was kind of dead in the water, man.
Dude, that's so unfortunate. I can't even imagine being a Broncos fan in that situation because of how it all happened too, where they like literally win a game in overtime to go to the AFC Championship game, top of the friggin' world. To be immediately
not even an hour. They did not even get
rusted down to earth, bro.
Less than 60 minutes. They got to enjoy it. Less than 60 minutes.
I don't care how bad you hate the Broncos. You're not even in that moment allowed to be like, ha ha ha. It's like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, legitimately, I'm so sorry. I told all my friends, I was like, I'm sorry.
Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, this is miserable. And then my roommate's a Patriots fan, so he was like, screw him.
Jesus.
It's like, still got to play. I don't care. Like,
so I saw the comment here from Aiden. When a transition segment's here to Sheriff Joe Baggins, you don't even know what's coming next. You don't even know what's going to happen.
I have no idea.
So we had Laquan Jones on the stream earlier.
Yeah.
Real Deal Fantasy from NFL Network, all of your fantasy needs. And he's all in on Jordan Tyson. And we kept using this as the segment breaker, the Les Snead. He's got he sees something he likes. Little hungry Snead. See something exciting. You are now Les Snead, sir. So I need you to fix your glasses and we're going to play a little game. You are Lester Snead.
I'm not going to change
what? Well, one, while Sheriff Bags is going to be thinking about this next part, if you are watching, please drop comments and questions in the chat for us to answer because it is a slow news day. But you guys play along, give us your feedback on who you would pick in this process. You're Les Snead. Dropped right into Los Angeles Rams as is right now. Current date and time.
Okay, hold on.
You're wearing his clothes.
Let's call it a draft preparation episode.
There we go. Hey, you're wearing his glasses. You got his hair. You got his clothes on. You smell like him right now.
Okay.
What's the next move? We're in free agency. You see the roster. What are you doing right now? Who are you calling? Who are you putting pen to paper? Who are you moving? Who are you cutting? What's your next move?
My next move, I am looking at all of the free agents, wide receivers right now, because while I'm looking in the draft for a wide receiver to kind of, package in with that Mumpfield energy, that young guy kind of vibe. I'm looking for that. So I'm trying to find the list here. This is not the right.
Rams House says we're looking at let's call it macro view. And remember, if you were watching, you are playing too. Your little mini Les Needs. What is your next move this offseason? And
Okay,
that's signing, cutting, or trading, whatever you want to.
no one's gonna like this. My first move. No one's gonna like my first move. I don't even think that Sheriff Joe Bags, wherever he is out there somewhere, because I'm Les Snead right now. Let's make a deal, Snead. I think everybody's gonna hate this move, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm bringing in Debo. I think that you can use Debo in a way where Rams fans get to pull for him, obviously, because he's on your team.
Hold on.
But
Hold on.
no. You
What's
let me
that?
you get to pull him on your team, so you get that spot where at least you want him to do well because he plays for the Rams, and then you also get the sidebar aspect of it to use him like we used guys like Cooper Kupp and those extra tight ends. Use him as a kamikaze, dude. Send him in motion and then tell him, yo, take out Fred Warner. That's your assignment. Your assignment is to remove his ass from the play. And then you just beeline towards him, man. You kamikaze him, because if he gets hurt, then it's one of those things where it's like, well, we all kind of hated his ass anyways. And not to say that I want anybody to get hurt, but it's one of those things where I think that everybody would win in that situation. And also, let's not forget that he is a super physical player. He is quite the competitor. We saw it against us, man. But like, how many times did he have to kick our ass before we started hating him? You know what I mean? So why not, it's bring in the enemy, man. Let's use the enemy for our advantage, man. So I think I'm with it. Actually, I think I think my very first move would be bring in Debo, because I think he actually fits into our offense extremely well.
Not what I was thinking at all.
Yeah.
Not what I was thinking. I think it really depends on what shape he's in. Not jumping for the fat jokes, but no, seriously. Yeah, he will. He will.
Yeah, bring in Ayuk too, man, and let's beat the hell out of the 49ers. You know how much we would score if we brought in Debo and Ayuk?
Jesus Christ!
Just to them alone, man. 6 touchdowns apiece, bro. They would want to do so. I'm with it. But more realistically, also like a Marquise Brown, maybe.
Yeah, you can't just you can't do that.
Oh, well, everybody hated me. Everybody was throwing up in the comments.
You are Lester Steve. You stay with it. The only option that I disliked more than what you said is somebody said sign Tyreek Hill. I think it's Nathan Manning.
That one makes sense.
I just don't think. I think he's going to lose a step, because isn't he coming off another injury? I'm worried about him at this point. It's literally just an injury concern for me with Tyreek Hill. But I do think if I'm Les Snead, I got an interesting one. I think you can get away with like not a big trade package. I know he just signed a new contract recently, but I think you can convince Pittsburgh to maybe keep a little bit of it if they get some draft capital. Jersey number 5 opened up. I think you can add a veteran in the back end to just rotate in. You want him to play safety? I think that's an upgrade over Cam Kitchens. I think you get someone who is, 1, loves it here, 2, somewhat fills a need, and 3, will slap the entirety of the defensive line in the mouth if they ever have a thought like they did in the NFC Championship game last year.
Dude, having somebody like him in the locker room at halftime could have changed that game.
Yeah. A little bit overkill in the safeties, but I think if you're going to be aggressive with Jimmy Lake, like they're want to, why not?
Well, and that's too many. He's the kind of player like a Quentin Lake and like a Trent McDuffie where they can play in so many different roles as well. You can put Jalen at safety. You can put him on the outside. You can put him at slot. You can blitz him. Like, I mean, in McDuffie, you can inside, outside, stuff like that. And then Q, obviously slot. You can he can cover man to man. He can cover deep. So like the mix-ups that you would have in the secondary would be so mean, man. And imagine going against a rookie quarterback and he's lining up and he sees Jared Verse with crazy eyes coming after him, and then he's trying to find Ramsey, find McDuffie, find Watson, find Landman. Like that would be a pain in the ass, man. That'd be a pain
the whole time.
Oh yeah,
it is a pipe dream, like Kamal said there. But I just think it would be funny. I think it just makes sense in a weird way if you can afford it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think you tell them too, man. I think that there is a certain population of football players that are available right now that are really, really good. And maybe that's available via trade or they're just free agents right now. But
Yeah.
I think that there's a whole population right now that you can tell them like, yo, we're going all in. Do you want to win a ring? Come and sign with us. You're gonna be rotation. Like you're gonna get in there. Like you're gonna play. You're gonna help us. But we've also got a bunch of other really damn good players. So do you want to come
It's
win or,
giving
2011,
2012 Miami Heat. Like it is like it's just jumping a bandwagon. Like Ray
not
Allen, you want to
one,
come down?
not
Yeah, you want to
two.
come down, Ray Allen, and trade Boston? It they could do that. The only thing he can't do, and I'll give you another one as well if I'm less need. The only thing he can't do is I don't think Ramsey can cover one-on-one with the elite guys anymore on the outside. I did watch him get dragged by Jamar Chase in one game last year. It was rough, like over and over.
His worst game for us was the Super Bowl, which is such a killer. That sucks, man.
He was about half a second away from being the most hated man in Los Angeles. Let's be honest. Yeah, it was close. It was close. But the other one, I have a realistic one. I think Cam Jordan is still out there. You want to talk about veteran? You want rotation piece, a guy who maybe only wants to come in on third down, doesn't want to play a lot of run defense anymore because he's in like his 15th year. You know what you're getting. He literally is a veteran piece and a supplemental piece. Hey, if someone goes down, God damn, you can count on Cam Jordan to step in the role. So
honestly, if I was gonna go with for like an edge rusher that was just for that, like, hey man, you're straight up in like your role is third and long. Like that's when we have you in there, and you're also with Byron and Jared kind of thing. And this is a player that I've historically not been a huge on, which is Jadeveon Clowney. I think obviously at his age, it's one of those things where that would have to be considered. But if you just tell him like, hey, when it's 3rd and 12, that's your time to shine, dude. Just turn it on. It's like that. I think that would be the perfect way to play it, man. Like you don't need him on as an every down guy. You just tell him like, hey, that's it, man. Like when they're backed up, just fire off. That's it. That's all we need you for.
I'm not going to lie. I can't tell you what last team Jadeveon Clowney was on. It's always a different team.
He's been around. He was
on Dallas. He was on Dallas. So he was on Dallas, Carolina, Baltimore, Cleveland for 2 years, Tennessee, Seattle, and then Houston for 5.
Yeah, the freaking Josh Johnson of the edge rushers. Holy hell, man. Seeing that guy's list was so funny this week.
I mean, he just needs a home.
I mean, I guess. So there's another thing too that a lot of 49ers fans are talking about right now, which is pairing up the brothers. And I keep hearing a lot of excitement about that from certain 49ers fans, not all of them. But and then the current on roster brother Nick, he actually just restructured a little bit, so that's what people are thinking that Joey is going to be heading to the Bay Area. I don't think so. I don't know if that necessarily happens. Joey Bosa is not necessarily a guy that I love, and I think that part of that is just his personality. That's a weird way to say that. It's like I don't hate him. It's just him as a person. I don't like. It's like,
that's fair. I feel that way about both Bosas. I don't think necessarily I get along with them.
Man, straight up. Let's just call it what it is. They're douchebags. But I mean,
he
also played well last year. Joey Bosa played well last year. So again, as another guy where it's like, hey man, when it's 3rd and long, go off. I think that'd be reasonable.
If Joey Bosa can, remain healthy, I do think he is that like 3rd and long type guy now. I don't think he's not. Nick is still, I think, in the later years of his elite years. Again, for him too, if he can stay healthy. I think if you're a Rams fan, I think you want them to sign Joey Bosa. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think that eats into their cap. I don't think it's the cheapest thing in the world. I think that that's something the Rams, like. I don't think anybody in the NFC West would be like, spooky.
What about like a Jelani Tavai?
Who?
Oh, I thought you were a ball knower. My bad.
I'm
Kyle Van Noy. That's good. I'm kidding. He was with the Pats last year. Goodbye.
I need to see names. Avai. Edge rusher.
A lot of guys still open, man.
Unavailable.
Yeah. Nick Hampton's
I
that too.
can bring up my screen for the fan base
Oh my
for
bad.
the.
I always do that where I use a different computer entirely and then I can't put it on screen. So that's super helpful for you guys. So my bad.
Son Reddick,
Or
merch.
Josiah Stewart just goes off. That's a good point.
Oh
and
yeah.
we're talking edge when it's unnecessary.
I mean, you know how I feel about Josiah Stewart. I think you and I are in agreement.
Oh yeah, he's the best number 10 in
we
Rams.
see it. Yeah, no one else wearing number 10 has ever played as good as him.
Can't even think of any.
He legitimately if there's a take a leap candidate, I think the favorite one this year is going to be Josiah Stewart. I think second favorite would be
that's tough actually.
Mevis.
Yeah, I was going to go Mump. I was going to go Mump because I think that a lot of conversations go in wide receiver, but the fact that, in fairness, we were literally just talking about AJ Brown, but I think that could be a thing too, where because Mump was getting some action, man, and he was looking good. And actually, I think I said it to you was like I was surprised that talking Mump, and then people were like, "Eh," and it was like, "Wait a second, did we watch the same football games, man? Like this kid, like." All things considered, draft position, 7th round wide receiver, and he comes in looking like he did. Dude, I've got zero complaints, man. Like, and I mean, we forget about Whittington because I feel like he's plateauing.
It's not forgotten.
I'm really hoping that he pops this year, but I just haven't. We haven't. I don't know if we've seen it. You know.
Yeah, it's not forgotten. I will say that the only thing with Mumfield is he ran a 4.59 as combine, and for a guy who was 5'11", 186, it does kind of mean something because he unfortunately is a guy that when you watch him, he's not going to separate. Like as of right now, he's not going to stack somebody and burn them deep. Like we even saw Tay do on the play that he got hurt, where he had some separation. He does struggle with that a little bit. Now, why?
He's not fast, but he is quick.
Yes. But that's there's a line I feel like with receivers. Even if it's not your best thing, you at least need to have it in your back pocket to threaten with it of like, hey, I'm still fast enough to get behind you. I don't know if Mump has that in his arsenal yet, and that limits how DBs treat him. Like they'll sit on stuff. And even though he is a good route technician, I'm really hoping he does get in that speed training with Coop and Puka in that lab, the gym they're always in.
The thing that helps with the way his route running works out right now, where he is really good at getting like those flashes of being open in quick spaces and stuff like that, is that we have the friggin' assassin at quarterback right now that can hit those moments. So yeah, if even some of those routes or the decision to throw the ball on those routes is even just a skosh behind, man, then that's probably they may be incompletions, you know what I mean? And then also Stafford's putting balls in places that are just, phenomenal.
Yeah. So. Rams House made a comment there, the contested catches. I know he's talking about the deeper ones, but if you remember too, like even in the playoffs, he made a clutch catch for a first down on the Carolina Panthers game-winning drive. He made some good catches. I think he 1 or 2 in the Seattle NFC Championship game. I know he dropped one in the contested one in the red zone. Again,
I like him. I really do.
I don't want to go to my 7th round rookie, with the season on the line. Dude, as much as I like him.
But that does not matter. I don't care how you got here. Can you catch the? Can you make the play? I don't care how you got here. I'm not looking at my play sheet and it's like, okay, we got a 1st rounder, 2nd rounder, my 5th rounder.
Not saying that. I'm not saying that. It doesn't come down to that.
Are you active on game day? Then make the damn play. Jesus, man.
What I'm saying is they don't go to that. They don't go to that. But in pecking order of like, hey, season on the line, who am I going to? There's like 4 or 5 other guys in front of Mump.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
That's going to be the case.
I use a different equation. 2 times 2 is the same as 5 minus 1. Same thing.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? For you, it is.
Who are you talking to?
For you, it is.
That's fun.
All right. Back of these edge rushers. A lot of gold guys.
It's called 3rd and Puka for a reason.
3rd and Puka.
When you have Puka, you don't, you go to him.
Nick Hampton's out there for $250,000.
Yeah. I like Nick Hampton, man.
A lot of just role-playing guys. A lot of expensive role-playing guys.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing too, is that like we passed that wave one of free agency, which is
Yeah.
where overpayments happen. Always, that's where you overpay for players, and it's in the first round, that immediate wave of free agency. So now, because we're getting to mid March, we're getting to the end of March here. And then there's another one that happens post draft of just like a budget cut. Essentially, it's like, yeah, it's everything was at a premium right away because everybody was available. Now, if you're still available, there's a few reasons why. It could be because teams are still trying to figure out what they're doing draft wise. Do they need you yet? Like they kind of have you like in there of like, oh, well, we like this guy, but let's see how our draft goes, or we want to see how this kind of shakes out. So there's a lot of different parts of why somebody's not signed now, but this is the part where now you start to get into bargains. And then once the draft happens and then everybody gets their UDFAs, then you get real bargains because, dude, the fastest player in the NFL, Greg Gaines, dude, hell yeah, man. I mean, I'd be cool with it, man. Terrell Lewis is out there too, man. Rams House said Terrell Lewis.
Terrell Lewis reunion.
Where is he at?
Isaiah Loudermilk. Great name.
It's a great name.
And you see the two H's
that's
on his
name.
Incredible. Do you know how it's actually pronounced?
I bet you're going to tell me.
Isaiah.
Oh, I was going to go Isaiah.
Nah, it's a little bit of
Okay.
So the answer is there's not a lot of in the areas that we keep looking at, not a lot of not a long list of just, diamonds in the rough that we're just waiting to uncover. At least to the naked eye. There's somebody out that the Rams are going to like, but God, I have no idea who the hell it is.
What's good about that though is that like we're in a spot right now where, again, where do we need to fill in somebody? It's like there's no spot right now where it's like if we don't address this, we're not legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Like we've done it already, and we're only in mid-March, so it's good news, man. And then we do get to load up a little bit into the depths of our charts and just kind of fill out our roster a little bit. And I'm that's what I'm really excited for. So see what Travis is saying here. I didn't pre-read this, so let's. So I get the idea of finding an edge rusher. I think Josiah Stewart is going to make a big jump this year too. We need inside back to play next to Lamb and O-line depth. O-line depth, obviously, that's always a thing. You can never have the best offensive line depth. That's always a thing to address 1,000%. And then, I'm not giving up on Spates yet, but if we improve at that spot, I'm not going to complain.
I actually speaking of line depth on both sides, I talked to a gentleman today out of Louisville who is going to be a late round guy that, hey, some teams are looking at. And he's put some good stuff on tape that I'm very impressed by that I didn't even know existed until I watched it and interviewed him myself. Trevonte Sylvester, left tackle out of Louisville. His season debut this past season played against Miami.
Nice.
Who's on that team that's getting drafted this year?
Good players, probably.
Too good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, these guys know. Ruben Bain Jr., who is a top 5 guy, potentially, right? Top 10 to be safe. And Akeem Mesidor, a top 20 guy. Both arguably like top 5 edge rushers in the draft right now. He played against them. They beat Miami. He gave up 0 pressures, 0 sacks the entire game to both of them.
Nice.
Dude is very, very good at football. Just happens. Injuries happen, or just not a lot of tape out there because only so many scouts to go around. Actually back in the draft.
I'm going to try to pull up my Twitter real quick because Rams House had a really cool graphic that he made that actually kind of plays into what you're talking about there with the are you trying to? Are you going to pull it up?
No, I'm responding to Moody in the chat, the player's name.
Okay.
We interviewed him today. That interview will come out on Friday.
I would say if you pull it up, if you try to pull up, you'll be way faster than me. Then I don't want to do it. But
I don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, I just spelled house wrong.
Devontae was not a first rounder. Rams House.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he made this graphic though. I really want to find it. So let me see. Just kind of a breakdown of the Rams and where they got their guys. But yeah, he is right that Devontae was.
I have it right here. Do you want me to pull it up?
Oh, I've got it actually. Well,
oh, come on,
I'll do it,
Grandpa.
God, dude, it's so funny, man. Everything takes me 4 years to do.
Do we take it the Geek Squad and fix it?
Nailed it.
There we go.
Nailed it. Yeah, Devontae not being the first rounder there, but like you see the UDFA is loaded up, bro. Loaded up. Only a few second rounders. All those first rounders, only one of them drafted by the Rams. It's a bunch of other teams' first rounders that we have acquired. And then you see it there, mid rounds, 3, 4, 5, absolutely loaded up, man. 7, no slouches there, man. 6, no slouches, and then UDFA is loaded. So, and this is not obviously the full team, but he kind of sold this as like heavy contributors, rotational guys and stuff like that get a lot of time. And I mean, this just goes to show you, man, you don't need to just get as high as you can in the draft. You just need to scout really well and find guys that fit you really well. And if, somebody late that happened to just have some unfortunate goings on in the in the college years of maybe injuries or whatever, if they can fit your team and be a damn good player, who cares if they're a 7th round pick, man? Like, grab them and let's play some ball.
And I know you hate this player in particular, but I always use him as a good option because regardless of how you feel, the results happened. Brock Purdy, pick 255.
Yeah, exactly.
You had a franchise quarterback in round 7, which is why I think, I don't feel crazy when I talk about a quarterback as a UDFA or a 7th rounder being a project guy. I mean, like, no, he can figure it out because I've seen worse with less do better.
Well, it's just one of those things, man. It's like, how many people are playing quarterback and then in like high school? How many of those are good in college? How many of those good quarterbacks in college make it even to the NFL? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, and that's that percentage is so small. And then to the NFL, and then how do you become, into the upper echelon and to be elite? And then from that elite group, how do you become Matthew Stafford? And that's just, that's
you get veneers first.
It's crazy.
And it's not a weird secret. It's not a complicated process. I know we feel mystified by McVay in the process and how do they keep doing this? He can't keep getting away with it. It comes into exactly what Lil Toilet said. The scouts, they like the sport. They think the sport is good. And they go find guys who like sport too. And they say, hey, you like sport? We like sport.
We like sport together.
You hold on. And then the guy says, no, I love sport. And then the scout goes, I love sport. No, the scouts, they do a really good job of understanding football. Not just measurables of like, hey, yeah, but this guy is really fast. Like, okay, but is he good at football based on what McVay thinks is good football? And so a good communication and understanding and having scouts that actually know ball, all jokes aside, is kind of secret sauce.
That's how you get a Puka. That's how you get Mump, and that's how you get Kyron. And like, that's just how it happens, man. Like, you just get guys that absolutely love the sport and are great human beings and want to get better. Congratulations, you're a Ram. That's good. That's good stuff, man.
And that's why I think a guy like Omar Cooper Jr. in the draft is perfect. It's like, okay, we all this fancy stuff, but this guy's tall, this guy's fast. Like, yeah, but this guy plays football like I watch the Rams play. Like, I feel like I just makes sense.
It was a really interesting comment. It feels like we've gotten better at drafting when we stopped prioritizing the combine. I think that the combine is a tool to help you overanalyze and overthink your decisions. And I think it's too much information. Pull the hell back. Just do pro days. We don't need a combine.
It's meant to just help guys that get overlooked, like, or chances to meet guys again.
No, that's bull, dude. That's bull because all the real ones don't get invited. The actual guys that are getting overlooked, like James Harrison, it's like they're not even there.
Yeah, it's true. Muad'Dib did have a good question though, or who was it?
Yeah, Rams house. What are your thoughts on Christian Kirk going to San Fran?
Kind of bummed about.
Couple of former Aggies now going over to San Fran. There's going to be an all-out brawl for the number 13, I think, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they're all 13. But yeah, it's I think he fits there. I think that's a really good signing for them. Actually, bringing in Mike Evans, I think is a great signing too. They got better at wide receiver, and that sucks.
Yeah,
Moving from like Ayuk to guys like Kirk and Evans. That's definitely an improvement.
It does bum me out because they did like they went from Ricky Pearsall, and that's about it. To now they got Mike Evans and Christian Kirk. Like they have a very competent wide receiver room.
Absolutely,
like that's they can. If this was last year's Rams, that wide receiver group would like collectively have about like 300 yards.
And although with McDuffie and Watson, probably like 4. So it's pretty cool.
Losers,
yeah,
nerds.
Yeah, get bent.
Also, I believe D Rob is available.
Oh man,
they're not bringing D Rob back.
I mean, I like D Rob. Not to say for us or anything like that. It's so funny. Not to say that you just did that, but like that's every time I'm like, oh, that's an interesting player. Like we don't need him, and it's like, no, I was actually trying to think in my brain where he fits in the rest of the NFL. I'm a football fan, my guy. Like all of them, they're all good.
I think he'd fit, but the word from camp was that they are happy to have released him. I don't think
that's
they
the vibe I got.
Yeah. I think very talented, all the talent in the world. I don't have anything bad to say. I'm not going to sit here and, say something bad about a player off secondhand information, but I think they're happy that didn't re-sign him.
Yeah. Good player though, man. He had some really cool moments. That overtime catch against the Seahawks was one of my favorites from that whole season, man. That was great. That was so much fun. We've had some really, really good games with the Seahawks the last few years. That's been a really fun. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like when I first started, like not when I first became a Rams fan, but when I first started like fully like watching every game kind of thing, which was like around like 07, 08, where it just felt like those games were really, I don't know, I was more up for those games. And then 2010 happened. Freaking Charlie Whitehurst broke my heart, man.
Sorry, dealing with it. Putting out fires.
Yeah, I'm just over here like just sulking in the 2010.
No, a lot of the Charlie Whitehurst game made you reminisce one more time in a very joyful manner because the Rams and Seahawks have had a lot of banger classics in the last few years. So don't act like I wasn't listening. Don't do that. Don't act like my girlfriend. I heard everything.
That's so funny.
I have ADHD. I'm all over the place, but I'm right here. I'm locked in.
My ADHD means I'm in one place at one time. If I'm looking over here, I'm not. I don't hear you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Damn. Is that all we got?
Shoot. Actually, real fast. I want to hold on. It's going to be on this computer.
We can plug. I mean, plug where we're up to this week.
I want to talk about real briefly just who of the Rams players we've lost that are already on new teams. Why the hell can't I find this? Why is this a hard page to find?
That's okay.
Who is where like Kobe to Dallas and stuff? What'd you say?
That's okay. I'll do it. Don't worry about it.
I'm a billion years old again. It keeps happening, man.
It's all right, man.
You kids and your technology.
I don't know if I have every guy on here. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Shout out to Spot Track. Spot Track, man, doing everything for me.
Why can't I find it?
All right, here. So I got Relinquished. Okay. We can touch about them, and we can talk about available ones. Relinquished so far. Signed in the dead of the night. Jacoby Durant. Shout out to Land Shark. We already did our salutes. $5.5 million.
Yeah, I think that his contract is all you need to know about him.
And I think in a very nice way, they probably let him go like, hey, go test the market, see what your value is, because we think it's this, and you may not like it. He goes and say, hey, max 5.5 with incentives, and they're like, oh, rats, we were coming in at 4.5. You don't want to do it? Okay, well, that was your choice. I think they do a lot of amicable stuff like that.
I think so too. But
and
it being a
Roderick.
1 year, that's it's a
Yeah.
proven team. It's him to
Yeah.
try to go to another team, try to put out some tape and try to parlay that into another deal the next year somewhere.
I think he'll do fine. I think he'll get a few picks this year. He'll be okay. Roger McCreary, see how he does. No details on that yet. Over in Detroit, and then Tutu Atwell. I hope he gets some bombs over from Malik Willis. I hope so.
Well, yeah, I want to touch on Roger McCreary real fast. Is that the fact that when he came over to the Rams, he got hurt immediately, and that sucks because I do feel like he was a really good fit in our defense. I do think though that like it's one of those things where I wanted Roger McCreary back, but as soon as the Watson and McDuffie moves happen, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're good.
Bye.
I think he's going to do well there. I think that he'll be fine. And then the Tutu train going from LA to Miami. I think he'll probably look better there than he ever has as a Ram. And that's going to lead to comments of Rams fans being like, we shouldn't have got rid of him. And it's going to be, well, no, he was never going to do this with us. Like he needed to go spread his wings, his fins and get out of the coop a little bit and get out there. I think that Sean McVay wants to use a speedy guy like that. He wants to. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know how. I don't think he needs the almost a tight end kind of wide receiver.
He's not beating the allegations. I mean, sorry, I'm looking up the Dolphins offensive coordinators. Bobby Slowick. What's his where's he at?
Slowick. Bobby Slowick. Be slow.
Yeah, but yeah, like he's not beating those allegations, man. Like who was it before? Yeah. Tutu Atwell. It was
we had Deshaun Jackson. Tutu was shipped out right away. Like,
yeah,
I think that Deshaun, I think we talked about this before. That I think the Deshaun Jackson thing. I think that he was like, "Get me out of here if you're not going to use me." Like, I think that's probably
really. I would say Brandon Cooks is almost in that category too.
Yeah,
Brandon Cooks is in there.
A little different, but but that speedy, like take the top off guy. But we don't use them, man. We don't use that guy.
I think for how McVay spaces the field and how he treats space and receivers that run to it, he doesn't create openings like that, like just open far deep downfield.
Well, it's funny when you watch the all 22s, you can see Tutu taking the top off just to pull a safety. I feel like the purpose of the speedy wide receiver in Sean McVay's offense is to open up the mid-range routes. I really think that's it. And that's why you pay $10 million for Tutu Atwell when he gets 7 catches on the year, and you keep on. I mean, of course, he wasn't active late and stuff like that, but that's why you keep him being active too. When you're not even putting him on the field, he's getting 2 snaps a game, but you're paying him $10 million fully guaranteed. It's all that.
Yeah, it feels like a math equation more than trying to use a player. Yeah, and then here's the rest of the available guys currently that have no home. They are staying at hotels. They're figuring out, hey, family, don't know where we're going. Don't know if Sean's going to call or they're going to kick us out. That's Jimmy G. DJ Humphries, David Quessenberry, Jake McQuaid, Kella Witherspoon, Nick Bennett, Troy Reader. I mean, he's coming back. Ronnie Rivers, Darion Kendrick, and Nick Hampton. I want Nick Hampton back like immediately. Like he knows the system. I think everybody likes him. I think it just depends on how much he's improved. He's going to be 26 here pretty soon.
Yeah, of this list, guys that I would like to put back on the roster that I'd be totally cool with. Jimmy, I'd go Quessenberry. Fine depth piece. He can play a lot of positions, which is good. McQuaid's not necessary anymore. Go down further. I would go Nick Hampton for sure. And then, I mean, I just love me some DK, so I would always love to have him as a depth piece. But
DK's not even 26 yet.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. And I think he's dope. I don't know. But maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. But then Ronnie Rivers. I like Ronnie Rivers, but I just kind of feel like we'll probably draft somebody because that just happens. I think that's a thing though. Do that every year. I think that's a good thing to do. Just draft a running back every year because you might get a guy that just absolutely hits, and you're just like, damn, we nailed it. Like, that was awesome. So
yeah, I had people blowing me up about why you drafting a running back. Already got him. I was like, you have 3. They carry 4. You're missing 1.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't need Todd Gurley when we drafted him.
Give me Nicholas Singleton. Give me Penn State. I want him. I want that man. I want his body in Los Angeles. I want him.
Yeah, man. 3rd round running back every year.
Hey, congratulations. You can get Nick Singleton at the first pick of the 4th round.
Caca.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's fast. He does not look like Kyron and Corum. He's fast.
Oh, man. Yeah. Random Zach Evans hype. See, that's the thing, though, is that you do it, and then sometimes it's not going to work. Sometimes you're going to get that guy in practice, and you're like, this isn't it. Oh, well.
Because they keep picking guys that are technically sound, but slow as molasses. Like, no, give me a guy who's fast. No, I have some favorites.
Richardson style, man.
give me Nicholas Singleton from Penn State, or give me Adam Randall from Clemson. Like, those guys are fun to watch. They're 6 foot and up, and they're super fucking fast. Simple as that. That's like, how bad is that for a 4th wide receiver that you'll have inactive if he can't pass block anyways?
That's true.
No.
Also, not Daryl Henderson. Daryl Richardson was a great pull there, by the way, and you ignored it. So
I thought you said Trent Richardson. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Daryl. I don't know what that is. What does this mean? Is this
Muad'Dib. He's
show?
The old one. I'm the only one that's hip in those things. No,
Show,
it's not
movie.
It's nothing. It's neither.
Is it a band?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
I don't know what that. So no, it's not a reference to that because I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
I will see my niece tomorrow. Maybe she knows.
They did win an Oscar. That is true. It's an experience.
It's a movie?
It's an experience.
Yeah, Oscars.
That's comment of the day, by the way. It's an experience.
That's, you know what? That's fair. I guess, you know what? There's probably a reference. I don't know, man.
So you're missing out all the good stuff. All right. Okay. So as we get ready to fade out, because Joe has now lost his mind on
I gotta finish
cool stuff.
The Avs game here. Let's see the score.
We got Frathu. Yeah.
Hey!
Frathu. There we go. Thank you for that, Ray. But no, let's plug some stuff. Let's get them aware. You are missing Wednesday and Friday, so we're gonna have guest hosts. Secret guest hosts. Secret fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even spoil it because I have no idea.
Secret guest hosts. Also Thursday, my interview with Jackson State quarterback Jacobian Morgan is coming out. That is national champion winner Jacobian Morgan, NFL soon-to-be rookie Jacobian Morgan. It's a big lad. It's like 6'4", 230. He's a big dude.
Don't want to meet him in the A-gap.
I've been saying everything, by the way. It's a big quarterback.
Anytime anybody tells me how big anybody is, I say I don't want to meet them in the A-gap.
Bigfoot? Bigfoot?
How big is he?
He's big.
Yeah, I don't want to meet him in the A-gap. He don't want to meet me in the A-gap. What are you talking about?
And Javonte Sylvester on Friday. That one's coming out Friday. That one was a lot of fun. We're taking a different approach this year. We're doing a lot of technical stuff on field. So getting to hear from an offensive lineman on what it takes to stop, like the preparation to stop 2 top 20, like first round guys was very intriguing. Like it's very cool. And that's about it. And we got
yeah.
Coming out.
I think he's frozen. He's frozen. We'll let him thaw out real quick and then he'll be back. But for myself, as far as upcoming stuff, I don't have anything super pressing right now. I just started I'm in stage 1 of moving. I just got approved for my apartment, so I'm gonna be tearing down and building back up this summer. I move in about 2 months, actually like 2 months from yesterday. So that's cool. But so I'll be moving here soon. I'm getting a new sheriff station set up here, and then we'll be back at full go. But we will have some stuff leading into draft. But as far as Ram Showcase goes, I'm just asking you to bear with me just a little bit as we transition to a new studio space this summer, and then we should be rocking on all 4 cylinders. Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder. It's a 4.
I will not be helping Muad'Dib. I will not be helping him. I don't believe people in Denver should leave their confines of where they live. I think he should be staying in Denver. So I
think that
like a prison.
That we're too old to be helping homies move. I'm hiring movers. Stop doing that, man. Because also, I don't want you to ask me to help you move. So if I ask you to help me move, then I feel like I'm like that's, you know what I mean? I can't I gotta take my own medicine there. You know what I mean? So I am hiring movers. I'll just do it myself with them, and that'll be fine. And then I'll just have people over when I'm done. But yeah, I think
Gross.
everybody's kind of over it. I can't just like. I'm not gonna help you move for pizza and beer anymore, dude. I'm in my mid
I don't
30s.
even.
I need like a
Yeah,
back brace. I need some Advil and stuff. Like,
I don't like moving myself. I don't want to help other people.
yeah,
Yeah. But then actually Aiden's comment, it could be this is actually a good comment for us to end on. With collabs. Joe should be getting a call here soon. Pretty from some Rams content creator friends. They're asking about you.
Oh,
Yeah. Some folks are asking about you. I want to
okay.
holler at
Well,
Joseph.
hey,
I want to holler at Joseph.
I'll tell you this, which feels like something that I would say to you and just like not a stream, but I'm just gonna say it here. Is like if anybody wants to chat with me, that's totally fine. I'm bad at reaching out, but I love communicating with people. So
I told him that.
yeah, I don't not want to have conversations with people. I just kind of like I work full time. It's super busy and stressful job, so I do that all day. And then I come home and I just do this. Like I'm not just trying to be like, hey, you want to talk? I was trying to do it, So I'm just bad.
They'll reach out to you. I gave them your number earlier.
Cool, sweet.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
fine.
Yeah.
We had a suggestion. Yeah, we had a suggestion from Rams House.
What's up?
Fade off his favorite moments from the 2018 season.
God, my memory's bad, bro. Don't do that to me.
Oh, do you want me to
ADHD? I could do 18 things right now. I can't remember 18 things I did yesterday.
I feel like we did this one fairly recently, but I feel like we did the 2018 stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna open with the completely clean play by Nickel Roby-Coleman. It's clean.
You heard Jared Goff?
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, Chiefs game. That's easy given. But it was more. I remember where I was. I was in Lodi, California, at a Buffalo Wild Wings, watching that and expecting to go home early, and the game just kept going. And like, just because there's so many points, it felt like it took forever. And you're just like it has to die down at some point, and the game just kept getting exciting. I loved it so much.
The best part is how many people said too at the end of that game, they're like, that was boring. There was no defense. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? No defense. There was 3 defensive touchdowns. It's like, it was just a lot of points. It wasn't bad anything. It was just a lot of points. It just happened to happen. So whatever. My next moment, I'll go playoffs against Dallas when CJ Anderson got pushed out of bounds on the Cowboy sideline and sat on their bench. That's so funny. I use that as a meme all the time. Like when I'm watching football with Cowboys fans, I use that meme. I post that picture.
Yeah, they know the defense thing is stupid. Wasn't there Minnesota? Was that 27 or 18? Goff had like 4 or 5 touchdowns.
That was 18, week 4.
Was 18? Yeah, that was like early. Yeah, that was early on. Where I was like, damn, Goff might be it. Goff might have it.
Dude, I think it was 2018. I'm gonna confidently say it. If I might be wrong here. The Cincinnati game in London, where Cooper Kupp just did some damage to those Bengals corners, man. Oh my God, he went off that day. That was great. I want to say that was 18.
I mean, let's just list off any like super cool hurdle or big play that